like an open book. You know me better than I ever thought you could. You see my body rush for the escape, while my heart wants to stay. I'll run away, hit the road and almost late, but I keep turning back just like a boomerang. You're like a backseat ghost telling me to stop. No matter what you do, I keep on coming back, just like a boomerang. I keep on spinning like a boomerang. My head is spinning on my shoulders. So what's the
Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Sally Sparks Cousins. I am your crazy in-house automation nerd, lover of sexy numbers and all things purple and sparkly. And if you're joining me on the live stream today, hi! Make sure you comment below and let me know if you're brand new to the Sparkle world. And if you're not, then you know what to do. Drop me some purple hearts and stars, baby, because we love purple and anything that sparkles. Don't be shy. Let me know where you are in the world. Now, this is our live podcast recording today, but I actually said, got a bit of fluff here. I said to my team, I am actually going to try and get my microphone out of shot today. And I'm going to do some, actually, I'll do it at the end. All right, I'm going to do it at the end, and then, hey, Facebook user. All right, so if you are a Facebook user, you need to make sure that you click the little button that is above the video. There's one that says allow Sally to see your name. Click that button. You've only got to give Facebook permission once, and then we'll be able to actually see who you are. So nice to see you all. Oh, yay, Pat's here. Hi, Pat. Lovely to see you. So nice that you've been able to join us. I love coming out and hanging out with you. I can't believe this is like my second live stream for the year, and how excited I was to come in and go live with you again today. I have missed it, even though I've been away, relaxing and enjoying myself. Oh, we've got a new Lakeisha. Hi, Lakeisha. Let me know, how did you come across the Sparkle world? What was the button you clicked to find this crazy Sparkle world? Oh, Angela's in the house. Hey, Angela. We've got some great content for you. Oh, we've got another a newbie. Susie, first time watching you. Hi, Susie. Let us know. How was it that you came across this crazy Sparkle world? But we've got some great content lined up for you today. As you know, I come in here live every single week at the same time, and I record a live podcast session. I have missed you too, Deborah. Now, what I want you to do, I have set up a brand new widget. Now, I don't know if it's going to work, but if you haven't hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, can somebody, you don't all have to do it, if you like what we do and you haven't yet subscribed to us on YouTube, could you go and hit that subscribe button? I want to test a new little widget that I've set up here in the live stream. And if you hit that button, hey Daisy, if you hit the button, something's supposed to pop up. Now, I don't know if it's going to work because I haven't yet tested it. It was something I played around with on the weekend. Sarah! Oh my goodness, Sarah! Hi, beautiful. You need to come and we got everything starting real soon. Okay, Monday mentoring starts next week. This time as well. Okay, so this is always really interesting for me. You saw my notification for a topic, and I can't wait to see what you have installed. Oh, yay! Good morning, Robin. How are you? Oh, in New South Wales. Oh, the good old Bathurst. My husband loves to go to Bathurst. Daisy, I am really, really well. So we've got some great content lined up for you all, and I'm just waiting to see if anyone hits the subscribe button and the widget works. I don't know if it's going to work or not. It might not. Yeah, Sarah can't wait for Monday mentoring to start again. All right. So for those who are brand new, let me share with you, I guess what we do here this time every single week. So first off, what we do is we do a live training session. We are not currently officially... Oop, sound effects are going. Why are sound effects going? Yeah, that's not... Oh, actually, yes! Sound effects are supposed to go. Somebody hit subscribe, but nothing's popping up on the screen. Oh, yay. Okay, so something's gone awry and something's actually supposed to also pop up on the screen with pretty pictures and everything. So that's not happening. Okay, so thank you for hitting subscribe. But there's supposed to be like these fireworks and all sorts of things pop up on screen when people hit the subscribe button. All right, so I'm going to have to test this with my team and find out why the fireworks are not coming through. All right, so we got some really cool sound effects going on, but what we didn't get was all the fireworks and everything and the sparkles. Oh, thank you so much. All right, so this is what happens. Every single Monday, this time in America, Tuesday, this time in Australia, wherever you are in the world, like literally mark it in your calendar. It's this time every single week except for public holidays here in Australia on a Tuesday, or we take time off over Christmas, and this is still our Christmas break. So we don't actually have the mentoring part of the training today. That starts next week. Nothing happened when you subscribed. It's supposed to happen here on the live stream. So music played, if you heard the music, the rock and roll music going on in the background, but things were supposed to flash up on the screen and everything. So that didn't happen. That didn't happen. With your name and everything to show that you subscribed. But anyway, we will test that with the team. I literally just played around with it on the weekend. So didn't do any testing. Thought I'd test here live. Why not? Okay, so we do this every Monday. We do a live bit of training. Now, this live training is actually used in podcast episodes, other trainings, and lots of places across the Sparkle world. It doesn't always remain here on the live stream. Sometimes we remove it. We put it into courses and programs, put it into podcasts, but why not? While we're creating it, do it live. So if you're lucky enough to join us live, you get to see some of the training that we're creating, because this is the best time, and you're going to see me do some funny things later on that my team need. And we do it all live here with you at this time. Now, normally on the second hour, we do Q&A with our VIPs in it. We go dark, baby. But that's not starting until next week. So all of our Sparkle Clubhouse members, you know who you are. That starts next week. So, yay. Awesome. All right. So, oh, look, somebody subscribed. Yay. Somebody else has subscribed, but I don't know why the pop-ups aren't happening. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So what I'm going to do now is actually flick into the recording part of this training. So we record this, so for edit purposes later on, we deliver the content. I'm just going to turn off all of the flashy things so that it's nice and clean for my edit team, and come into the main camera like this. All right, so we're going to do the live recording. Now, if you have any questions for us or me, you can totally ask questions as I am teaching you some things. But whenever you ask a question, because what happens is the live chat gets quite busy. So at the end, I want to be able to scroll back through and hit and find all of the questions. So make sure you put a Q, the letter Q, in front of your name. Oh, sorry, your question before you type. It makes it much easier for me when I scroll back through the comments at the end to actually flag all of the questions. All right? Okay. Well, let's dig into today's topic, which is all about 3 reasons why. I'm just going to line my screen up, get everything in the right place. To be totally honest with you guys, I was in a chat. I was in a chat with Teresa Smith this morning, and I'm a little behind in my setup because I was too busy having fun chatting with Teresa this morning. So if you're watching, hi. You can see I put on a necklace and earrings since we chat, a scarf and some earrings since we chatted, and some lippy too. All right, so let's do today's topic. which is all about 3 ways why to know if you're ready to start growing your email list. So let's do it. Are you considering building an email list, but maybe you've got some doubts about why is an email list actually needed? Or maybe you've realized and seen the importance of building an email list by watching lots of other businesses doing it and knowing that you need to do it. But, you know, most people usually they leave it late to start growing their email list. So today I'm going to share with you three ways to know if you're ready to grow your email list. But before we dig into the 3 ways to know if you need to build your email list, I want to first discuss with you what is an email and why it's important. And then we'll talk about if you're actually ready to start growing that email list. So let's have a chat first about why building an email list is so important. Now, number 1 is an email list is super important because what you want to do is an email is actually personal. It is, oh, hang on a second. My screen is locked. Let's try that again, shall we? Let's go back. This is what we call recording live for my edit guys. Let's talk about why growing an email list is so important, and everyone who has and runs a business should be growing an email list. Now, the very first reason why is because email is actually personal, right? An email allows you to land directly inside of your prospects or potential customers' inbox. And unlike social media or Facebook ads or Instagram ads and all of those things, there is no ranking required that limits your reach, right? It's direct to their inbox and it's personal. The second one, email is targeted. Now, because somebody has given you their email address, it actually is letting you know that they're interested in what it is that you offer. And therefore, because they've already showed interest in your product or in your service, you are actually getting in front of those types of people that are like, yeah, this is the thing that I've been thinking about either buying or purchasing or subscribing to. And we also can segment that list, and we can go into more details in future lessons. That's a whole nother lesson, but we can segment that list as well to make sure that if you've got a variety of emails, that it's going out to the right person. Now, you also own your email list. Unlike Facebook groups or Instagram, like followers or, subscribers on YouTube, all of the things, you actually own it. Unlike those other, what I like to call vanity metrics, if, for example, Mark Zuckerberg fell off a hill and took Facebook with him, you would lose all of those prospects. Who remembers MySpace, right? If you remember MySpace, some people built their entire business on MySpace, and when it went away, they lost their entire business. So don't build your list on other people's land. The fourth thing why an email is awesome is that you own your list. I think I just did that one. All right. The fourth reason is that you own your list, right? I have no idea if all my pop-ups have gone correctly, guys. So you know what's going to happen is I may re-record this later on. Sorry, team. Some of them will be usable and some of them won't. All right, number 5 is what we're up to. I clicked the button, but it did not happen. All right, number 5 is email is one-on-one. You see, people read their emails and they're private. They're in their inbox. Unlike when they're messaging, say, in public spaces like on Facebook, on timelines, in news feeds. So you can ask more direct questions, more private and confidential questions inside of an email, and it builds more trust and connection with your audience. And finally, another reason why it's so important is more people use email several times a day. Okay, now you may think, oh, but Facebook's huge, right? Did you know there's a couple of billion people on Facebook? Maybe I think 1.4 billion was the last research I read. There's about 100 million daily active users over on Twitter. But what most people haven't heard is about the number of people that actually have emails, right? Every internet user has at least one email address. And a recent research study showed that there is about 3.8 billion people who have at least one active email address. That is half the population of the earth. So, honestly, it's massive. This is precisely why it is so super smart if you are starting to build your business online, that you are growing your email address. I mean, big names and big brands, they learnt this lesson a really long time ago. And this is why they spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on social media marketing campaigns to get people to sign up to their email list. So I want you to understand, just like they did, that email marketing is not gone. It is here for the long term, and it is a long-term investment in your business. It gives you high returns as well, because people who sign up to your email list, they might take a little longer to say yes, but they will actually make you more money in the long term. So if you're not growing your email list, why aren't you? So you see, think about it. 3.8 billion people have an active email address. That is much, much larger than the 1.4 billion people on Facebook, or the 100 million on Instagram, on Twitter. Sorry, grow that email list. You will own that list, and you'll always be front of mind and tip of tongue if you're constantly showing up in people's emails. So let's get into today's main lesson, which is about 3 ways to know if you are ready to grow your email list. So if you are an online business, or any business to that fact, but if you're a business and you have created a piece of content and it's available online, or it's a downloadable, if you have one piece of content and you're a business, you are now ready to grow your email list. Why? Because sure, it's out there on the internet, but not everybody will know where to find it. So if they're interested in that thing that you have, you know what you need to do is say, hey, pop your email address down and I'll shoot it through to you, or I'll send that link through to you. So let me know in the chat below, do you have at least one piece of content, whether it be a downloadable, a checklist, a cheat sheet, a live video, or a pre-recorded video? Do you have any of those things available? And if you do, you are totally ready to start growing that email list. So I'll have a look and see. Come back to me now, type away and let me know. Awesome. Yes. Awesome, guys. I'm so glad, because this is going to allow you to give away free content in return for an email address. All right. Now, the second thing is, another way why you would be wanting to grow an email list is you're currently building your business on other people's land. Are you somebody who is focused on likes and follows, and you're not growing an email list? You see, if you rely on the software, or, Facebook or the social media platforms to grow your email list, one day they might disappear and you've lost your entire customer base. Imagine that. If you grew yourself a 7-figure business, the platform disappeared, you lost your entire customer base. Wouldn't that be pretty scary? So if you're focusing in on the vanity metrics of likes and follows, that means that you have people that are interested in your stuff. So therefore, this is another reason to show that you're ready to start growing your email list. Okay, so that you can truly own your customer base instead of like relying on these other pieces or software and platforms to house all your customers. You see Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of these different platforms, they are not your customer base. They are what we call your traffic source. That's the place you go to find traffic. It's your marketing tool. It's the billboard that says, hey, come and check out my things. I'm over here. When they walk in the front door to look and taste and touch and listen to your content, the entry is an email address. And people hold their email addresses quite close to their chest now, right? So when they give you their email address, that is that beautiful human's way of showing you that they are interested in your thing. And remember, every single email is a beautiful human on the other side. All right, and the next reason why is maybe you're stuck in entrepreneurial Groundhog Day. Here, let me share a story with you about what this actually means. You are out there pounding the pavement. You're in Facebook groups. You're trying to speak to people on the DMs. You're creating collaborations. And then all of a sudden you get all of these lovely, beautiful clients to serve. You have these clients and you're looking after them. And what do? You stop pounding the pavement. You stop trying to get new leads because you're busy right now. You've got clients to help and serve and look after. But then what happens is you fix them. You make them all whole again. You transform their lives. You do what it is that you're really, really good at. But then what happens? Oh no, I've got to go out and start pounding the pavement again. And you've got to start hustling like a hamster on a running wheel, running, and trying to find new clients. And all of a sudden you get this huge dip in your income because now you've got to go out and try and find more customers. Who feels like that? That you're constantly trying to get new leads. You get busy, so you stop looking for people to work with. Then all of a sudden, you've got no more customers and, oh my God, I've got to go out there and work hard again. Honestly, this is not a sustainable way to run a business. You will burn out, you will get so frustrated, and that business, that freedom lifestyle that you've always wanted to create by starting your own business in the first place, it just seems like it's never going to happen. Because you're not building a customer base of prospects that you're nurturing in the background with an email list. So when, say, you launch a program to get people in, or maybe you're running low on clients and you need to run a promotion, if you don't have that email list, you cannot guarantee by posting on Facebook or Instagram or any of those places that the people are going to see it. But when you send an email, there is a much higher chance that they're going to click it and open it directly in their personal inbox. So they are our 3 reasons why, the 3 reasons in regards to knowing if you are ready to start growing your email list. So let's just quickly recap. Number 1 is you've already got a piece of content and it's out there or it's available to download. Therefore, you just say to people, hey, I have this piece of content. I can send it to you. Just drop your email address. Simple, right? The next one is you are building your business on other people's land. So you've got likes and you've got followers, which means that people are already interested in you. And guess what? you can start growing your email list because people are already showing interest in what it is that you do. And the third reason is that you are currently stuck in entrepreneurial Groundhog Day. You constantly seem to be hustling to find new clients. You get busy, you stop looking for new clients. Then all of a sudden, they're all dried up again and you've got to run again and hustle again to find new clients. And it is just an unsustainable way to grow a business. All right. So there we go, guys. That is your 3 main ways to know if you're ready to grow your email list. So for those here who are here, this is where I like to test you. I want you to now get out your little tippy tap fingers. Come back to me. You're listening. Look, seriously, tell your child, look, just give mummy a minute. Okay. Or just come away from the kitchen sink, dry those hands, come back just for 1 minute. Okay, you can do it. You're listening to me right now, even on the replay. Come back to me right now and type to me, what is your one key aha moment? What is that thing like, yes, I know I'm ready to grow my email list. So let me know below from the content we went through, what is that biggest aha moment? Let me share another statistic with you. Did you know that 70% of visitors, if you've got a website, 70% of your visitors who go to your website will abandon it and never ever go back to your website. Pretty high amount of visitors and non-returners, right? It's totally true. You can go and Google it, right? Have a look at your own Google Analytics and see how many people have gone to your website and then never come back to your website. Now, if you actually have a way for people to put their email address in on your website, now you have a way to keep directing people back to your website for your offers, and you will get more visitors, and then those visitors will tell their friends and you'll get more email subscribers. So the simplest thing is, if you've already got a website, make sure on the home page that you at least have something for them to sign up to, whether it be a newsletter or something free to grab their hands onto. All right. So that's the first thing for you to do. If you've already got a website, go there now and make sure that you have a little box to capture their little email addresses so that you are at least not letting that lead fall through the cracks. That's 70% of people that will never, ever come back to your website. If they've gone to your website, they're interested, if they've found it in the first place, to have a read. But if you don't keep reminding them that you're there, then they'll probably forget about you because they're off looking at somebody else's, and then that other person is showing up in their inbox and they've forgotten all about you. You want to stay front of mind and tip of tongue by continuously showing up for your people. All right, let me have a look here and see. We're heading into Q&A time now at some of your aha moments. And now, if you've got a question, please drop a Q in the comments as well. All right, so first off, Deborah says, I have a PDF template ready to go that I made on Canva. Yay! So proud of you, Deborah. That means you're ready to grow your email list. Now, I do know that you're a business building made easy student, one of our founding students. So we're going to be setting up all the things to get that out. But in the meantime, you can always say, hey, get people into your DMs or chat with them. I've got this resource that can help you. If I send it to you, would you like to read it? And if they say yes, go, cool, drop your email address and I'll send it to you. Even though we don't have an opt-in landing page built yet, which we're going to be doing very, very soon, if you don't have that opt-in available to download or the landing page yet, you can just do it with conversations. There is nothing stopping you from doing that. Yes, Patsy says, I own my email address is her aha moment. Exactly. You know, if you grow a really successful business, people won't buy your following, right? Because they can't be you. But I could literally sell the Sparkle Class Academy as a business because I've got a customer base, right? People have offered to buy our customer base in our business. So when you have that, it's not only a list of beautiful humans with that string of letters and numbers. They're humans. They're people wanting and needing your help. But when you have a customer base, you now actually have an asset, a tangible asset that you can leverage. I mean, even if, for example, you're looking for investors, you can go to your investors and say, look at my customer base, right? So, you own them. It's not just a human, but it's an asset to your business as well. Oh, we have another one. Deanne says that she owns her email list. I love it. I'm so glad that that's all coming through. Not having an email list is like Groundhog Day and you own your list. Yes. So I remember, who remembers or if you've been a serious business owner, have you ever gone door knocking or pounding the pavements or like trying to find people with your email address and you've got the right opt-in set up and a landing page to collect that? Your list can be growing for you always in the background, right? People can always be coming in, like knocking on the door and walking into your shop with their access code is their email address and they're looking around. Maybe they buy straight away, like they walk straight to that thing that they know that they want and they buy it. Or maybe, they like those lollies at the checkout, right? That make you grab them and you grab them and you buy them. You're a jumper, right? Or some of them need time to explore and read the back of the packaging and make sure it's a good fit for them before they make a decision. Maybe they need to come back a few times. But that email address makes sure that they never forget who we are. And by filling the leads at the top, this is what we can automate eventually. We can't automate it straight away because we've got to build it and test it and measure it. But eventually it becomes an automated thing. I can literally turn on an ad and I know my leads start coming in depending on what marketing campaign that I'm trying to run. What else we've got here? Robin says, building your email list on other people's lands makes you very vulnerable. Great aha moment. Yes, I had a friend who did build a business on MySpace. And they were making a couple $100,000 a year, which is pretty good for a solo entrepreneur. And then MySpace, everyone just left and then it went away and that was the end of that, right? So yes, don't just build your business. And then it took them years to grow their following back up again. Yes, you have a business. Excellent. Yes, Charlotte. 3.8 billion people have emails, an active email. That's research. I can't remember the company. I know it starts with the letter R, but that's research. Has at least one active email, if not more. I probably got 10 so that my emails go into the right departments of my business. But I have one active personal email. So know that it is nowhere like the reach that you will get on social media. We have a Facebook user who has put the letter Q but no question. You need to type your question as well, darling. Now, I can see here it says Facebook user. If you look up above this video and have a look through the descriptions, you will see that there's a little button that you can also click that allows me to see your name. So if you click on that, and now any of your questions can be about anything you want to know. But yeah, throw in your cues. I'm here for a little bit longer and then I've got to head off because I've got to prepare. Tomorrow is thank you. I love it that you love getting emails from me. Oh, that gives me goosebumps. We try to make our content not you're going to get sales emails from us, right? It's business. But we do try to provide great value for you as well, like this free training that you're all attending right now, and you're lucky to be here live if you're live because we're probably going to pull this down and stick it somewhere else. So I'll wait and see what my team suggests we do with this video. Oh, on that point, while you're typing in your questions, I can see a few questions coming in. So I'm flagging them with a star. I'm going to come to them in a minute. But my team need me to do some screenshots. So I'm just going to, hopefully I have a main scene with just me here somewhere. No, that's no good. Actually, let's duplicate this scene like that. I'm just going to just do something first, guys. I've just got to delete. Is that scene locked? No, it's unlocked. All right, let's turn off the borders. All right, so my team need a couple of photos for thumbnails and things. So here's a really hot tip for you guys. Keep those questions coming in. Here's a hot tip for you guys. When you're going live or you're filming, at the end of the filming session, because you're all got your makeup on and and your sparkly earrings, make sure you do some still frames so that inside of Canva you can cut them out later. So I'm going to move this out of the way because every time I do my still frames, my team are like, get the microphone out of the way. So I'm going to do some still frames that they can pull out of this actual live video. So let me move that out of the way and it'll be like, what else can I do? I don't know. I should make sure that I don't have like a really ugly face going on. Actually get my arms in a bit more. This is still framing. Oh, make a heart with my hands. Thank you. Any other suggestions? Gotta make sure my arms are still in. Kind of, sort of. I hate my elbows. Any other questions? Oh, any other suggestions? I like that one. Thank you, Deborah. Thumbs up. Yeah. And I kind of got to point up over here. And maybe point up over here. All right. I can't wait to get my hair re-dyed. That's enough in this outfit. I can't wait to get my hair re-dyed because, oh my God, my hairdresser is on maternity leave right now. And I'm thinking of just going in and seeing the other girls and getting something like Sally Basic, which means still bright, but not like the crazy, sparkly, rainbowy, crazy stuff that takes 6 or 7 hours in a chair. Awesome. Now, also, we have started a Discord channel. So if you haven't used it, what it is, it started using, like, lots of gamers were using it, but it's a platform that we're bringing all of our Sparkle World people across to, whether you're just, brand new to the Sparkle World, whether you are somebody who has been stalking or one of our clients. Now, the reason for the Discord channel is, one thing, it's all in one place. It's like it's a community. So we still have Facebook and YouTube and all of the places that we go live, Instagram. That's where the content will live. But inside of this is a community. So if you can imagine, we've got 5 Facebook groups that we run for different parts of the Sparkle world. Okay, so we've got our Canva group, we've got our Keep and Kajabi and branding, and then we've also got the Sparkle Elites. But then also we've got customers who are in Business Building Made Easy, the Sales and Marketing School, and the Accelerator program. And then we've got our members who are part of Sparkle Clubhouse and the Canva Club. So we have all of these little areas of our business that help different parts, and we have different groups for all of these things on Facebook. The problem is you don't know what's happening in all of the places. So what Discord allows us to do is, depending on what access you're allowed when you join our Discord channel, or they call it a server. It's really like a house, okay? We have different sections in there, which are like the little rooms where all the cool kids hang out, whether it's the founders or the sales and marketing students or all the accelerator peeps or Canva guys or just people who love hanging out and learning about us. So we have areas that are open to everybody, and then we've got areas that are locked. But the great thing about it is a one community hub for all the Sparkle world, regardless of what level. But beyond posting photos and videos and all of, the normal stuff that you would do on Facebook, we can start a music room. So we could open a working room and we can create a playlist, and people can add to the playlist while we're working, and we can be all working away together, listening to a playlist and occasionally talking to each other. Oh, I'm going to add this next. I really love that. Or somebody makes a song and, oh, remember that from the 80s? So we can do that. We have open rooms that you can join and work alongside of. And I've also set up a special room called Wine Time. So if anyone's been inside of the Sparkle world for any length of time, we used to do Wine Time a lot. Like most Friday nights, it was Friday Wine Time. And on Friday Wine Time, I would come in, we would chat, we would ask questions. But the great thing about Discord is it's like a little Zoom room. So we can literally come in and sip wine together, and you can chat quietly in the background, but you can also see which members are online, what level they are inside of our Sparkle world. So it's called the Sparkle world on Discord. If you would like access to the Discord channel, all you need to do is click the button. Now we're still setting it up. I would say it's still in beta. I'm only learning it. So learn alongside of me and be some of the first round of students to come in, or not students, sorry, Sparkle lifers. We call you sparklers. So if you're a sparkler, come and join us on Discord. Then we don't have to rely on Facebook, right? We don't get lost in the gazillion different groups. When you're inside the Sparkle world, you're really inside the Sparkle world. You can turn on notifications in any of the areas that you're interested in and turn them off in other areas. We're a very animal-friendly world. We love sharing photos and videos of our animals, so go in there and do that as well. I love all of the animals and the fur babies and feather babies. So we've only just announced it to our main elite group, but this is the first official announcement to all of you guys on live. Now, I don't know if I posted it in the description above or below this video, but I'll make sure that I do pop the link in. Now, when you first get in, you're not going to be able to, and I need to add this into the welcome area. When you first get in, you're not going to have access to everything. What you need to do is send us your email address in a DM so we can check your file and see what access level you have, what courses you've purchased, what programs you've been part of, because then we will need to grant those areas to you. All right. So head to Discord. It is where we're all going to go. Oh, Monica's in the house. Hey, Monica. All right. So that's where we're going to literally be starting to run our main Sparkle world. So I don't have a short link or a pretty link. I literally just set it up on the weekend. So everything you see in there is the weekend. I only found out about this platform on Wednesday last week. I've been playing around and researching for the last 5 days, and I love it. I can truly see the power of bringing everybody into one space, but then not having to manage so many gazillion Facebook groups. And you can get little bings if you want to be notified when we go live. We're going to set a few bots up in there to be able to automatically message you with a ping when we go live. So you never have to miss another live either. Excellent. Oh, yay. Oh, yay. We've already got somebody who's downloading the app right now. So like with any new place you go, if you don't understand it, go in there and explore. You can't break anything. And there's a couple of great YouTube videos. Honestly, I watched 4 YouTube videos and I had a pretty decent handle on what to do. And it was only through interacting, actually going in there and talking to people. So I joined another Discord community through ECAMM. And it was only, no, I think it was through Doc Rock. It was only through interacting in the group over the last 5 days that I started to see the power of it. And the other thing it does is when you go back into the group, so there's all the different categories you can go into: announcements, events, share your puppy photos, introductions, if you've got tech questions like Keep Kajabi Canva, it highlights the ones that have got any new content in them. So you don't have to go through everything. It literally highlights the areas to say there's some new content in this area since you last visited. So it's honestly, we will be slowly and progressively moving the rest of the Sparkle world and starting to not dial back, but we will be dialing back a lot of the Facebook stuff. So if you love our content, you want to kind of hang out where all the cool kids are, and even our team have our own little private section in there where we talk and chat, head on over to Discord. I will totally get you the link. If you're in the Sparkle Elite Facebook group, which means you're a client, I dropped the link over the weekend or yesterday. So go and join, and then send me a message with your email address inside of Discord, and I'll make sure we grant the right things. I will figure out how to set that up so it automatically happens, but again, I haven't figured the automation part out of that yet. Automation, baby. Ooh, rocks my world. I will, I'll be definitely learning about it, and give me 12 months, I'll be teaching it. All right, let's do some more Q&A. All right, so we have a question here from Elizabeth. How does one get to own your list? Great question, Elizabeth. So the thing is when somebody gives you their email address, there is spam rules and spam laws that say that they are opting in. So you have a little checkbox that says I'm opting into your mailing list, or you can have a double opt-in. And now this is if you've got a double opt-in, which means they give you their email address and then they get another email that they've got to click on to confirm that they want to be on your list. That's what's called a double opt-in. Those people convert really, really high, your double opt-ins, because they're like, not only have they given you their email address and clicked on the link, but then they've gone to their email and clicked to say, yes, send me more. You now own that email. It is what we call, it's a prospect or a customer or a lead, whatever you want to call them. But it's somebody that you add to your customer base. So when you have it and they've given you permission to email them, then you own that email address. Not as in own and you can type messages and send out to all their friends, but as in you own it as part of your customer base inside of your business. So hopefully that helps and makes sense. That was Elizabeth's question. I got another question floating on down here. Charlotte, I'm not quite sure this is related, but I'm offering printables as good way to help build your list. Yeah, that is totally related. If you have already created things that people can print out themselves, then in return for getting access to those that they can print, you say, hey, pop your email address below and I'll send it to you, right? If you're giving physical products away, right, to grow your email list, like things that are going to cost you money, you want to really, really run the math, okay, on your conversion rates and postage and sending things for free and what your customer's lifetime value is worth to see whether or not that expense of posting free things out is worth it, especially if you're going to pay for ads to then send out free things that you've got to physically post, because it becomes quite a big expense. So generally speaking, I would do digital assets, videos, downloadables, printables. Inside of the Business Building Made Easy program, I actually gave you a list of 15 ideas of different things that you can do. I think it was one of your bonuses that you probably already got in your toolkit to be able to start growing your email list. And most of them, you can, or all of them in that list of 15, if you've already got some of them sitting around in a drawer somewhere or on a server or a hard drive somewhere, most of them can be created in less than 30 minutes. And then it's just a point of the traffic source. Okay. What other things have we got here? Yay. Awesome. YouTube is so much better. Here's another thing where actually, I'll tell you, we've got our team. Yes, I'm using Zoom. I use Zoom as well. We've got our team retreat tomorrow. Oh my goodness, I've got so much planning to do. So every year I take my I used to take my team away. I can't do that now because they're all over the world and COVID. But we have a team retreat every single year where we all come together for 3 full days. We eat together. I've got things coming for them during team retreat, just saying. And we work together for 8 hours without distraction. And what we're going to do is, one, we're going to review 2021. We're going to review the types of clients that we've had and the ones we really liked. And if we could clone them, who are they and what are all the good things about them? All right. So this helps us getting it target again in auto messaging. We do this every year together as a team. We write our team values. So there's the Sparkle World values. If you're in the Sparkle World, maybe you've received one of our Sparkle World value cards. But as a team, we write our values together. Then we're all on the same page because you see, our values and our beliefs are how we make decisions in our business, but also how our team interact with you, how we interact with each other, and we hold true to those values. And the best way to do that is to write them together as a team. So we do that. And then what we do is we do what we call, I've got it actually pinned up over there. You can see there from last year. We do what's called a vision traction organizer. So we look at what we want. We work backwards, right, or from the furthest distance away. So the first thing we want to do is we will think about where do we want to be in 10 years? And after we've done that, we then go, where do we want to be in 5 years? And based on where we want to be in 5 years, we need to make decisions about what we need to do to get to 5 years will help us hit our 10-year goal. Then we go, where do we want to be in 3 years and then 1 year? And then that's where we really get into the goodness. So we're future vision planning in the first day or so, and setting values and this bright, beautiful vision for the future. And then the next couple of days is we then start to really hone things into the next 12 months. So we start to write out everything we want to achieve in 12 months, what dates, when we're going to do launches, when we're going to go live, what sessions each of the different coaches and what days they're going to come in, our mindset coach, the money coaching, automation, tech, all the different coaches that we have teach inside the Sparkle World. We also plan from then after we've done our 1 year goal, the larger one, then we go down to our quarterly goals. And our quarterly goals are what we call our rocks. So the main things we want to achieve. So what these are, baby, they're sexy, sexy numbers. Okay. So to ensure that we're going to hit those future goals, we need to ensure that everything we're doing now is intentionally working towards the larger goals. And we are very transparent. As in, I'm literally going to tell our whole team what money we made last year, what money we spent last year, because we can't make informed decisions without knowing what's going in and what's coming out and what we can invest and what worked well and what failed, because there were some failures along the way as well. I can tell you, always failing forward. Always fail forward. Better to fail forward and try than not try at all. And then you never get any traction if you don't at least try. And every failure is a learning. So it is really, really team building. We eat together. We do so many things together. So that's what our next 3 days are. And my team are super excited. We used to go away together, which was so much fun. I would get a nice big Airbnb house. We would all eat and be merry and drink and also a productive work environment as well. And then next week we're back. We're officially back for you guys. VOS accelerator students will be in the VOS. Sparkle Clubhouse guys who have access to Monday mentoring. You guys will be open again on Mondays or Tuesdays, depends on where you are in the world. You know, we changed the date. Yay, Monica, good to see you. Oh, you would love to come and see how we do it. Well, you know, I've been asked a few times about that, and I've considered whether maybe in the future, not making a new course for a while, you know, one bridge, build, measure, optimize. We've just done business building made easy. But maybe in the future we'll do one that we will teach to people on how to do it, or get you and your team together and run it for you and your team. It's definitely something that I've thought about, but one bridge, build, measure, optimize. Not too many things on my plate. Ha! I love your poop pillow. Yes, this is P1 and P2, and they like to get shit done. Yes, they're very active little poops. P1 and P2. Looking for the link in your video stream that recognizes my name. Oh, okay. Dinah, okay. It should be there. If it's not, then I'm sorry, I didn't paste it. It should be in the description area of the live. But it's something like restream.io/Facebook. I would have to look it up for you. Shoot us a DM and we can get that through too. Otherwise, we will make sure we go through where this video has been posted. It's in a few places, and make sure that it's there. You're very welcome, Elizabeth. Anyone else got questions, feel free to throw them in. May I ask you that, the purple poop? I just went into the reject shop here in Australia one day, and it was there, and I was like, oh my God, and I grabbed it. No, actually, it wasn't the reject shop. It was called Crazy something, but it was like, you know, one of the $2 shops. And I was like, I wasn't leaving the shop without it. Oh, dear. You want a poop pillow? You can totally find the brown ones. I don't know if you can find the purple sparkly ones, because look, he's not just purple, but he sparkles as well, right? This is P1 because he's definitely number 1 because he's purple. The brown one's P2. Oh dear. Oh, yes, thank you, Monica. Yes, our brand values in our business are very, very near and dear to our heart. I actually wrote them back when it was just me, and they've held true to this day. So who would like me to read out my brand values? I can totally read them out if you would like me to. But they've held near and dear, and every time I create or make a decision, or maybe we've got a good client or a bad client, or we want to hire somebody or fire somebody, these are always pulled out. They literally live on my desk. Occasionally my bird comes and starts eating them, and I've got to go and get another card and put it back on my desk because it's a mess. But our brand values are super important. If anyone has done the Personal Branding Made Easy course, you will understand what I mean, right? These are the cornerstone of all the decisions that we make when it comes to who we work with, who we don't work with, where I spend money, where I don't, who I fire. All comes down to these. So if you want me to read them, I can. I won't waste your time if I don't get any yeses in the comments. Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. We've got a few coming in. Yes. All right. Okay, I will. So the front of the card here just sort of says what they are. And I don't know if anybody knows about like the flower of life or the power of three, or, all of the things. It's actually based around that. So I've got my main 6 brand values, but in between each of those, I'm a graphic designer as well. So there's a lot of thought process that goes into it, but it didn't come to this to start with. The values themselves came to that. Little things in between. So I'll show you and explain those to you in a minute. But the front of the card says, our organization's values are the guiding principles which apply across the Sparkle community and underpin how our business is carried out. They are the basic beliefs about what really matters and guides how things should be done. So that's what we have. So our very first one is team synergy, which means we are united together, and our team works best as a united group of entrepreneurs, which means not only our team, but you. You are part of Team Synergy, because together we rise. We work better together than we do alone. We share, we help, we support each other. Team Synergy means together we rise. That's why I loved collaborations. Like I work with Amy Porterfield and Shalene Johnson. I've interviewed some amazing people as well, because having synergy and an abundance mindset really matters. Okay, number 2 is a sharing culture, which creates tribe building. And it says here to share the Sparkle culture first and foremost. So this is like me sharing the Sparkle values. We know if you're a true sparkler if you understand our values. Some people don't. Right? Some people will think, oh, that's a load of bullshit. I don't want to share all my stuff. People will take it and steal it. And, well, that's not a Sparkle value. Which brings us to the next one, which is solution-driven. This works within our business, and also it also works with you guys, right? We're super, super proud of how we go about being solution driven, which means we focus on the solution and not the problem, and allow our business to move forward by doing so. That means that anything that goes wrong, oh yeah, it went wrong. It just is. What's the solution? How can we fix it? How can we learn from it? Because when we're focused on that, we're not like, having a 5-week Netflix week. Look, I do Netflix days, but then okay, what's the solution? How can I fix it? How can I make it better? What have I learned? Number 3 is self-empowered, which means make positive choices. Be intentional. And it says here, believe in yourself and that any obstacle can be overcome. Because if it's going to be, it's up to me. I have to be the one who gets myself out of bed every day. I don't have a boss. I don't have to clock in. I can literally just not turn up if I want to. I have to get up. I have to do it. I have to empower myself to write those emails. I have to empower myself to make those phone calls. I have to empower myself to go live even though my whole eye was blown up and bloodshot and I'd had surgery. Like I have to empower myself to do that, because nobody else is going to do it for me. Nobody else can do the things that only I can do. And you and my team, they need to be self-empowered to do the things that they need to do to ensure that our business continues to thrive. And we want to thrive because that means we can impact more people. Okay, number 5 is authentic and unique. Be a genuine individual. Just be nice. So embrace yourself for who you are and believe that you can. And you know what? I need a little bit of reminding. So I haven't been live for a really long time, and I don't know if any of you saw that really vulnerable live. I cried and I didn't mean to go there, live that I did a little while ago, where I have been super embarrassed about all the weight that I've put on. I put on a lot of weight. Now, there are circumstances. We had, it's pretty far into this video. Most people won't be watching this who don't really care. So we had somebody who had an eating disorder in our family. And what happened with that was I put on a lot of weight. But it is not, I was blaming that. And it's not. It was my choices as well. I could have chosen. I mean, I know at the beginning it was to support that, but at the end, me having a wine or two every night was not. And I've got big flappy arms, and I really, if you have a look 4 or 5 years ago, you will see me doing full-length videos. I don't do them anymore because I've been embarrassed about all the weight that I've put on. I've always been big. And it's not easy. All my mum's side of the family are all large. It takes extra work. But putting on a little bit of weight was okay, but I'm uncomfortable now. Like, I've got sweaty spots that I don't want to be sweaty. I've got rolls that I don't want roll. I gotta lift things up to dry things, you know what I mean, right? So authentic means I'm sharing that with you, that I am super embarrassed about how big I've become. Do you want me to be even more transparent? It says here, okay, Sally, follow, be authentic and be unique. I cracked 100 kilos. I was originally, when I first lost all my weight, I was 125 kilos. I didn't get that high again, but I got to 107. I'm slowly coming back down again. There we go. It's out there to the world. And I'm comfortable in the 80s. I'd like to get into the 70s again. Any skinnier than that, I've got fibromyalgia, which I'm in pain constantly, all the time, every day, whatever. It's just one of those things, like, you know, people have got issues. But when I'm too thin, everything hurts even more because of all the bones. So I don't want to feel my bones. I need a little bit of padding. So there we go. I just like totally was stuck myself out there. That's a lot. I feel a little awkward right now. If you're still here, you must like me, and keep that under your hat, guys. All right. Then the last one, which is the most special on here, is good karma begins with you. Good karma to pay it forward. Always treat others as you would want to be treated, and help others along your journey to success. So back in 2015, I think it was, I got really sick of graphic design. As you know, I've been a graphic designer for 25 odd years. I got really sick of graphic design because of competing against all of these cheap companies, and I had lots of knowledge and skills, and anyone who has done my personal branding course, you know, branding isn't just pick a color. And I was sick of customers constantly changing stuff that I knew was good and making my work look really shit. So I lost my passion for design. But what I did was, I've always believed in good karma, and I decided to do a year of good karma, aka pay it forward. So I stopped charging for my design work, and people would come and I would work for them to help with, you know, starting their business and their assets and everything. And I didn't ask them to pay. They were asked if they would like to donate to my favorite charity. So my favorite charity was, it's called Heartfelt, which is they go and take photos of stillborn babies because parents can't take their babies home, which is something that happened to us. And it's something that it's very precious and dear. So they didn't have to do that, but I gave away my skill that I had taken 20 years to develop for free. For a whole year, I would not say no to anyone who was starting a business and needed help. At the end of that 12 months, there was a company I was working for, and they were able to, like thousands of people, they were able to vote for, like, they called it this, I won't name the company's X-Company Spirit Award, and it was voted by all of the people, the thousands and thousands of people in the company, and I won it. They did a big speech. It was the last big presentation of the night. And that to me was more valuable than all the money. I had people screaming my name. I was crying. I've only been able to watch the video. It's on my Facebook page, I think, somewhere hidden. It's there in my plethora of videos. I think I've only ever watched it twice, maybe 3 times, because I get so emotional and watching myself cry like crazy. But good karma works. And what we do here inside of the Sparkle world is very much like that. Everything I teach, everything that's inside our courses, all of the things are available online somewhere. I'm never scared to share what I know with those who attend live or who want to sit an hour plus minutes into one of my videos to learn things. You must really like us. So I believe in abundance, and the thing is, the reason why people pay, and this is those who are like, oh, I don't want to put all my things out there. The thing is what I know and what the things I've learnt over the last so many years of my life, I cannot teach you in one live. And if I went live every day to teach you something, I know those that don't pay, out of a room of 100 people, one person, even if I gave you the keys to the kingdom, one person would actually take action and follow through and do the doing. So I'm not scared to share. And if you want to watch, I don't know how many thousands of hours of videos that I have out there to try and piece everything together in the right order, because you've got more time than money to invest in just getting the right order, great. Do that. And come back and tell me that you made $1 million and it was because of all the lessons that you learnt from me. I don't mind. When I go live and teach content, it is about getting you guys to take action with something small. Those that buy my programs get the map. It's like there are lots of other coaches out there that teach different things, okay? It's a recipe. For example, if you're a mindset coach or a money coach or an accountant or all of those things, what do? You go and study that particular area, and you study from multiple people to create your own recipe for success, right? That's what you do in your business. And I recommend, whether you choose us for your sales and marketing education or you choose somebody else, doesn't matter who you choose, but what I recommend you do is choose somebody successful, okay? And don't just go into it and do the one thing, because sales and marketing is what will grow your business. I'm sorry if you think posting on social media is going to grow your business. It's not. It's the strategy in the back end that will grow your business. Pick a sales and marketing expert and follow their recipe from start to finish. It is not your area of expertise. Your area of expertise is the thing that you do. Now, if you're a sales and marketing consultant, sure, go and buy lots of sales and marketing strategies and create your own recipe. It's like if you were going to go and make a chocolate cake, right? One recipe book will tell you that this is the best chocolate cake in the world, and it's got X amount of ingredients, and you put them together in a certain order. Step 1, step 2, step 3. You know, step 1 is get the flour. Step 2 is crack an egg. Step 3 is pour in the milk, right? Step 4 is use Cadbury chocolate melt. You go to another recipe book who claims to have the best chocolate cake, and their step 1 is melt, and not Cadbury, like Nestle chocolate melts. Step 2 is whisk your eggs, right? So every coach or consultant in marketing all have their own recipe for success. And those that teach it, who are successful, practice it, which is exactly what we do. What we teach, we do. We know it works because it's worked for us. It's worked for our other clients. So follow the entire recipe. Now, what I see shiny ball coach chasers do is they hire lots of different coaches, they buy lots of different courses, and they try to piece it all together in the wrong order, and you end up with a whole mess. If you're studying to be a marketing and sales consultant, sure, go and do that because you know what you're doing. It's your area of specialty. But if it's not, find one person and follow their entire recipe from start to finish because you will get results. Just be mindful of who you choose. I think coaches in general who call themselves coaches who haven't practiced what they preach do give a bad name to the industry, who say that they've helped people become successful and they haven't. We have proven that now because we've got many, many clients who we've helped save so much time with our automation systems. Close deals by learning our sales strategies. The main funnel type we teach is how to do a mini training to grow your list, how to sell by talking to people, and how to run webinars. They're the three things that we teach. They're the main things that we teach. I add a bit of sparkle with the Canva. That's just me playing, right? That's me playing because I've been a graphic designer, or I've been an artist since forever. But the main things people come to us is they want to learn how to do mini challenges, which can turn into courses and membership programs. But to begin with, to grow your list, little mini trainings. They want to know how to talk to people to close, and they want to know how to do webinars. And in the back end of all of that, we automate. We automate that sucker. And I love me some sexy numbers. But that's the main strategy we teach inside of the sales and marketing school, is how do we put together a little training to grow our list, to then sell either in a call or on a webinar. And then we also teach, traffic sources and all the things, but that's the main gist of what we do. And then we build it, we measure it, and we optimize it. Now, other coaches have other strategies. Like if you go to Amy, for example, she talks about list growth too, but her list growth isn't specific as in, it's like go and choose your own adventure, where we teach we do have in the Business Building Made Easy a little bit of a choose your own adventure, but inside the sales and marketing school, it's about how to make a mini training. That's what it is. How to make it little. Now, there's lots of words we can use for the mini training. A challenge, a boot camp, a mini training, a 3-part series training, a free training, a step-by-step something. Whatever you want to call it, it's 3 or 4 or 5. It depends how long you want to grow your list for, but educate people by training them to get their email list. That's what the sales and marketing school teaches. You go to Amy, she's known for building a course and selling it on webinar. Now, she's got a little bit, and her webinar formula is part of what I teach. There's a couple of little things I've added in from other webinar. I paid $15,000 to one coach to learn webinars. That's why, and then I teach it to you. You don't have to pay that. Her webinar formula is, I think, out of all of them, the best webinar formula I've learned. And I've just put a couple of other things in there that I really liked from some of the other webinar ones. Again, making a little bit my own sparkle in that. But I've modeled success. The way she taught how to put a course together, that helped me build my first course. Shalene Johnson helped me to understand what's up here. My passion, my knowledge, my skill is a sellable product. And she taught me how to grow my email list. But I followed Amy's formula from start to finish in Digital Course Academy, and we had a 6+ figure launch when we launched our course. But we didn't launch it once. We did exactly what Amy said. We launched it over and over and over again. And Amy says live launch multiple times. Now that's her formula. Mine is build it, measure it, optimize it. And inside of the sales and marketing school, we teach you how to word your own formula. We call it like your signature method, and you talk about it over and over again so that your message is clear. And sometimes it takes a little bit of working out, but once you know what your signature method is, guess what? Your method is no longer you selling you. So this is the huge thing, is I became very stuck and I couldn't scale, because what happened was I was selling me. I was selling me and all of my skills. Now I sell a method that we teach. And then what happens is when some people start going through and doing your method, guess what? You have these standout clients that then want to teach other people what it is that you do. And guess what? Some of them end up working for you. Hi, Kat. Right? Previous students. Hi, Bronwyn. Right? We've got people that are on our team that have been through the program. And now when I want to sell our program, it isn't just me. I'm not selling me, I'm selling the method. And guess what? If I need to take a step back, somebody will eventually be able to come in and step in, as long as they can fill that little tiny hole that I fill, which my main area of expertise is the automation side. I love all the other things, but I can live in complicated automation every day, and live streaming, teaching people how to do that every day. I'm hoping to bring in a couple of other experts into the Sparkle world soon, some specialist coaches. I teach Facebook ads, but it's not the thing that I love. I want to bring in a specialist. That's what he wakes up and he loves to do every day, all day, I like to look at the high-end numbers of Facebook ads. I can do it, but I don't love it. I'm also hoping to bring in, and I know how to do it, but I don't always want to teach it, podcasts. Right? All the tech stuff, but also how to grow your audience using podcasts. I teach it, but wouldn't it be good to have somebody who wakes up every morning and is excited to teach it? So that's what we're doing, is we're building out all of these coaches. We've got a mindset coach, a money coach, Techie Cat in Kajabi, I'm in Keep. So we've got all these coaches, and I've been planting the seed with a couple of people, letting them know that I think this year we'll be building the team further with more experts that wake up in the morning and go, yes, I get to write copy. I do not wake up I'm good at writing copy. I can critique your copy. I can help you write really great marketing copy because I've studied and studied and studied and studied and studied it. But I don't wake up in the morning and go, yeah, I get to write copy today, right? I want a coach who wakes up in the morning and goes, yes, I get to help people write copy today. So that's what we're looking for this year. But I will be wanting them to understand our method, right? And then your business becomes scalable. Let's have a look here. That's okay, Thomas. So nice to see you. Auntie Anne, married, brother, 3 children. Hello. I tell you a lot about my dad, passed away a long time ago. Yeah, we all have those people. Yeah, when we lost our son, that was, we've been through death. I've lost a brother and, lots of close people, but losing a child is a whole different kettle of fish. And not to compare myself to, others, and please don't compare yourself to me. My thing, like for me, for example, I had been through death. It was really, really hard, and it was hard on me. But my husband was from a very small family, and he had never experienced death ever. So his body went into like trauma mode. He ended up with anxiety issues and all sorts of things, which we've overcome together with time. But I kind of sort of built a little bit of a, not that, I didn't go through the grieving process, but I had built up the muscle, I guess, through experiencing death a few times, like with everything in life, right? When you experience running a campaign and losing a crap load of money, you build up muscles, I can tell you. And then but you learn a lot. When you, even when you start exercising, right, it's always really hard. You start lifting those weights and it hurts. And eventually you can lift better weights. With everything, the more you experience, and even the hard times, if you've been through multiple divorces or experienced lots of people dying around you, your area of tolerance raises, but that doesn't diminish those that haven't experienced it. It just means that they haven't built up as much tolerance as you. So, for example, if somebody loses a loved one, they've never experienced death ever with somebody close, and you've lost lots of people. You may grieve for a lot shorter time than this person, but this doesn't diminish this person's. It's just that they haven't built up that experience yet. It's like when I see people upset about really small things. Think about children, right, who get upset about stubbing their toe and they cry and they scream and they're on the ground and they're rolling around. When I stub my toe, you get a really loud and then my husband goes, Sally, you bloody bumbled-footed again, because I'm always stubbing my toes into things. So I've built up a very good tolerance. One loud F word and I'm pretty good. I don't roll around on the floor crying for an hour anymore, looking for mum to come and cuddle me. Sarah, oh, your heart, not your body. I love just the way you are. Thank you, Sarah. You're so sweet. Well, that's a lovely note to finish on. I have totally gone overtime. You can tell it's not holidays. I have to go. My new staff member should be in the office now, and we're training her up, and I've got to get ready for team retreat that's on for the next 3 days starting tomorrow. But thank you. Oh my goodness, look at all of those eyes still on me right now. Thank you for making it all the way to the end. Make sure if you've made it to the end that you share what is your biggest aha. Don't leave without writing the word aha and what your biggest one was for me. And if you really, really don't want to write much, just do #SparkleLifer that you made it to the end of this live. Now, this live will stay up like this only probably for about 24 to 48 hours. Then we remove it, just letting you know. We take it down, we edit it, and we repurpose this content out. So thank you for joining me live and making it to the end. Those on the replay that have made it to the end, make sure you do the same thing. Sparkle Lifer, hashtag below. If you're a lifer, I'll just say replay. Just say that below. That's all good. But by doing that, then what we end up with is an amazing group of live viewers who want to be on the live, right? That's the intention behind it. Well, thank you all so very much for joining me on the live. I need to find this. And thanks so much, everyone, for joining me. As always, never, ever, ever let anyone dull your sparkle, and make sure you get at least one income producing activity done each and every day. And where is our music? Uh-oh. I was hoping to be able to put on some music to go out with, but it's not there. I've only got these little ones. Like, woo. Where is all my music songs gone? I don't know. Let's do that. Actually, I tried this last week, right? I tried to do a closing scene and I messed it up. So I'm going to try and find here, end screen.
I gotta tell you something I could do. I could be running around chasing you, but I won't, 'cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive, life. If you hadn't run away every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight. No, you didn't want me, all you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had my ways. I found your matrix and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. No, you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. In the beginning I just didn't know that that you're an enemy I held too close. Now I know, 'cause you did everything to prove me wrong. You were not the guy I thought. Now I'm beating you at your own. Yeah. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive, alive. No, you didn't want me, all you wanted was a game to play. And you couldn't handle that I had my ways. Around your mind tricks and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. No, you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. Yeah, I beat you at your game. And if you were me, you would do the same. Man, I really love to play. And now that I won, then it's safe to say, no, you didn't want me, all you wanted was a game to play. And you couldn't handle